Hello, I'm Sudarshana Starshine Star. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here with me on this beautiful Saturday. It is July 5th, 2025. I have a YouTube channel called It's the Dazzling of the Light, or you can just go to YouTube and type in at Sudarshana Starshine Star. I think it's about 245 clips there on a variety of topics. Pretty good, interesting, juicy stuff. I really don't do the boring and mundane cataloging my squats or what I ate for breakfast or whatever. Even though, of course, if you're a fitness trainer, that wouldn't be boring and mundane. That would just be germane. But anyway, I begin all of my clips with the 3 opening prayers that are in Sanskrit and Telugu, and they are short. It is the Guru Mantra, the Ganesha Mantra, and the Gayatri Mantra. And I do this to bless, protect, uplift, and purify you, me, and this clip. This is not about religion at all. Spirituality is quite apart from religion. We are all spirit and matter. These are seed words. They're called bijaksharas, or bijas for short, which are some of the exact powerful sacred seed words that Mother Divine used and uses to create all worlds, all universes, everything. So it's your good fortune to hear these bijas, and of course it's your choice to receive it or not, to receive the blessing and the power, the beauty, the sacredness, the divinity of it. It has nothing to do with religion. So all are welcome to this, even though it is coming from ancient Vedic knowledge from ancient India. Om, 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 Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam Tasmahi Sri Guru Vena Namaha. Om Suklam Bhadataram Vishnum Sashivarnam Chatubhujam Prasanavaranam Dhyaye Sarva Vignopashante. Om Bhuvasuvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhako Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Wonderful, excellent. Excuse me, my voice is a little hoarse from yesterday. Incredible July 4th celebrations here in the United States of America. And I hope all of you Americans, wherever you are, I hope you celebrated and had a beautiful experience. I've been very busy and occupied. Otherwise, I would have put this report I'm going to do out, yesterday would have been timely, because I'm really celebrating the rise of patriotism from we the people across this earth realm. We the people in so many different countries are finally standing against this evil, dark, satanic cabal that has had its sway with we the people of this earth for thousands of years. Really, thousands of years. It's not new, but it's getting scoured and cleaned up. But it does take the people of each country, not meaning that they can't have help, but the people have to finally come to the point where they stand. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of bravery. It takes a lot of resolute determination and just letting go of a lot of what ifs. And that is, I know, is not easy. There is so much on the line here. But to not do that means the end. So I'm really celebrating in this report that I want to do first. I have other reports I want to put out today, but in this part of the world, I'm focusing on this, on we the people, the Iranian national citizens, we the people of Iran, how they're standing up against the evil regime, which has been in place since, I think, 1979, the IRGC, which stands for the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. So this is from a great channel. Check it out on YouTube at 2CTV. That's spelled TOUSITV. Once again, it's on YouTube. There's an amazing Iranian-born man named, independent journalist named Meyer Tusi, who lives in the UK and is a citizen. His channel is getting so much attention that when he filmed this, he actually filmed it in front of Westminster on July 3rd, because he had been called there to have a discussion with someone from the Labour Party of Britain, that they were concerned about what's going on with his independent journalism channel. He's had a lot of threats, a lot of things happening, but he's just getting more well known. And the powers that have been, they're all about they're all about CENSORING, just like they have been here in my country. Just on July 2nd, my sixth TikTok account in as little as a year and 6 months was completely BANNED, just zeroed out, no warning, nothing. I just started it. It was in its baby stages, but it just, boom, July 2nd, gone. So I started the 7th one, even though I'm not really posting on it. But it's getting very wearisome. I can't wait to see what our president's going to do about this. Anyway, so this, I don't know what I'm going to title this, but Meyer Tusi on his channel titled it "Breaking Mossad's Urgent Message to Iranians as Anti-IRGC Protests Erupt." Now, I just want to make a note here, even though Meyer doesn't really do this distinction, and I love Meyer Tusi, and he's a really wonderful independent journalist, but doesn't mean I agree with everything. I don't agree on, with all the things he agrees on, because for me, oftentimes in looking at the forest, not just the trees, he doesn't go deep enough. He still has a more what is called normie idea when it comes to certain things like Hollywood or name and fame people, whatever. He doesn't know that they're not walking around, that they've already been picked up, they've already been taken care of, and what you're seeing are actors, oftentimes face mask actors with voice box technology. He never mentions that or addresses that or seems to know about that, and that's really important. So in terms of Mossad, obviously, this has to be, a new formation of Mossad, because Mossad has not been, it's Israel's SPY force, and has been very dark and very evil, like all of our 3-letter agencies, like that we have several here in the United States, and they all work together. Like I don't know if you've heard of the Five Eyes, but that's been the United States, it's been Great Britain, it's been Australia, Canada, and New Zealand. These are the places that all work together, whether it's, CIA, or the FBI, or MI6, or we used to be MI5, or Mossad, all works together against we the people of this earth realm. It's the satanic, dark cult. You can call it the Cabal. You can call it has many branches, the Illuminati, the corrupted Knights Templar, the Jesuits, the Khazaria Mafia, the 13 satanic royal papal bloodline families ruling out of Venice and Rome, the Vatican, the white pope, the gray pope, the black pope, so many branches of a very dark force that feeds a very dark tree, many branches of a satanic, humanity-hating, life-hating force that does everything to go against God and all of God's creations. So anyway, let me get to this. This is going back to what Meyer posted on July 3rd. And I'm making note, Meyer was recording this in front of Westminster in London. Like I said, he just had his meeting with someone in the Labour Party. And here we go. So Meyer says, we're going to show you guys the statement from Mossad. We're going to show you the videos in Iran. And I'm going to hope that I don't get randomly STABBED while I'm talking to you guys, or I get mugged or whatever. And then he laughs. First things first. The Office of the Islamic Republic continues. We have to talk about Mossad. They are still operating. Again, we haven't had any confirmation from the organization directly, but we do know that Mossad operatives are inside the country, and we have had many attacks on the Islamic Republic over the last few days since the so-called ceasefire. But Mossad have now contacted the Iranian people and sent them an urgent message. A couple of messages, actually. A couple of updates I have for the Iranian people. First things first, Mossad said, and this is a direct message, "Dear Iranian citizens, you know that we will do everything in our power to ensure that you are not harmed. Our war is against the oppressive regime of the Islamic Republic. We would like to provide some guidelines to keep you safe. If someone near you receives a sudden phone call or message on their personal phone from the IRGC," and once again, as I've stated, that's the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, "please stay away from them, stay alert, and the leaders that are hiding in tunnels and protecting themselves are in danger. Please follow the instructions that they are saving lives." And that last wording doesn't make sense in English, but it's like, please follow the instructions that these instructions are saving lives. Okay, now IRGC said, now we had that, but then the other statement, apparently the live stream is buffering again. Apologies for this. The good news is that I have finally bought Starlink. We've got Starlink Mini coming shortly in the next couple days. Looking forward, it's going to be a lot easier for me to do my live streams from outside. All right, the other thing that they posted was, and then he shows the official Mossad on X, the blue checkmark account. It says Mossad Farsi at Mossad spokesman, and it's translated by Grok. And then he shows this was the official clip that video text that I just read. But he said, we expected it to, but not to this extent. Oh, no, this is actually, excuse me, I skipped ahead. This is actually what was posted on the official Mossad Farsi blue checkmark account on X. It said, we expected it, but not to this extent. Hundreds of active IRGC soldiers and officers fed up with this regime are reaching out to us. We promise to contact you. Please be patient. P.S. Anyone who still hasn't received this month's salary from the regime will be prioritized for a response, end quote. And the mayor says, of course, that's a bit of a joke. But first things first, let's talk about what's happening inside the country. In Iran, protests finally started. A number of innocent people, families, have lost their loved ones, and they are organizing and holding their funerals across the country. And note that I'm telling you guys that what Meyer is talking about is that the people that have been unalived, that he just mentioned, their funerals and stuff, this is coming from the IRGC. They're unaliving their own citizens. It's not anything to do with America or anything else. So anyway, now Mayor says, I have a couple of videos from Mohammedan, which is a city in Iran that's not too far from Tehran. It's to the west of it. And he said, I'm going to show you the videos first, and then I'm going to translate what they are chanting. Let's go to the first one. And then he shows a video which has a huge crowd of a lot of people. There's so many women, which is such a surprise. They're all in black in their hijabs, you know, their black scarves covering their heads totally, and all from head to toe draped in black, covering everything. They're all chanting in Farsi in unison, and there are men there too, but of course they're separated. The women are on one side, the men are on the other side, but they're all chanting very passionately in Farsi, and they're holding up their cell phones. And then they're walking very slowly together. They're marching very slowly together. Then Mayor, he says the two main chants that you're hearing in that video was, our enemy is not America, our enemy is in our country. And oh my gosh, if you're American or if you're in Western Europe, you can really feel that one, can't you? The satanic dark cult cabal infiltrated all of our countries, and we know that the enemy is within our gates. That's what we're fighting and scouring, as well as the root of all of this evilness. And of course, the Iranian people, when they say our enemy is in our country, they're meaning the IRGC. So the people kept chanting, our enemy is right here, it's not the United States of America. And they were also chanting, I will KILL whoever, K-I-L-L-E-D, my brother. Symbolically, of course, in a poetic way, Mayer says. It's a chant for revenge, which is the Iranian people, they're now bravely chanting. And I want to say here, I'm interrupting this, but, you know, this, I felt such a surge of patriotism and incredible, like, tears in my eyes at the bravery of these Iranian people, because, you know, it's not like when you protest here in my country in America. I mean, now they're finally jailing the rioters and stuff and arresting them and sentencing them. But, you know, in Iran, I mean, oh my God, I mean, you're just taken away to these cells, and I don't know if it's death by 1,000 cuts or what kind of torture they do or whatever, but it's so horrific before you're unalived. And that's what they're facing, and that's what they're experiencing. So they are so brave. They are so brave. And of course, thank goodness this video was filmed from the back of all the people's heads. So you don't see the women's faces, you don't see the men's faces, because that would be automatic, you know, unaliving sentence for them. So anyway, the mayor says, let's go to the next clip that we have received. Again, I'm going to show you the video footage, and then I'm going to translate what they are chanting. And then here in this clip, there's another huge crowd of Iranians, but this time the men are all in front, and there's a space between, and then all the women all in black clad, you know, with the black hijabs covering their heads and all the black dresses covering everything, or with pants, black pants underneath these long dresses. They're chanting just behind them. And this is more of sounded more like a prayer chant, but Mayer said this was the original old school anthem for the Iranian national, it is in Persia they call it Iran, Iran, but in English it would be O Iran, and it was BANNED by the Islamic Republic in 1979. But ironically, the Iranian regime has decided to, quote, embrace, end quote, this song in recent times to basically pretend, oh yeah, we are also patriotic. We can play this. Ugh. Of course, the official anthem of the Islamic Republic of Iran is extremely different. It's very morbid, miserable, and very much into martyrdom and BLOOD, and how I'm going to, I will DIE for Pakistan, essentially. I will DIE for Pakistan, and I will DIE for Muhammad. Anyway, so that's what they've decided to do. There's a couple more videos we have from these protests. Let's go to the next one and see what they were chanting. And it's the same scene as the last video clip, except they are really yelling. I'm saying this in unison and chanting really passionately, really strongly. And Mayor Tusi said, again, this video was also from Mohammedan, and they were once again chanting, I will, K-I-L-L, I will, K-I-L-L, whoever, K-I-L-L-E-D, my brother. Of course, now many people have been arrested, tortured, and unalived over the last week or so since the so-called ceasefire started in Iran. Many of them, over 700 foreign nationals and dual nationals, you know, with dual citizenship, have also been arrested. There's been a massive concern. One of the reasons the United States last night issued a warning to the U.S. nationals to leave Iran immediately was the moment you have a partial reopening of the airspace, because they know that you're going to get in trouble. And they did say to the American citizens, if you are a dual national, use your Iranian passport to leave the country. Do not use your American passport. You're going to get in bigger trouble in general. So all of this has resulted in the fact that the opposition in Iran, which is the Iranian people, they're fed up, but they're still scared. Because on the streets, you have checkpoints everywhere. And as I've been saying, what are the effects that Mossad is making? And of course, Reza Pahlavi, the crown prince of Iran in exile, is to give a message of hope that don't worry, things are happening, things are changing. You might not be able to see it because the Iranian regime have cut all communications completely. They are monitoring all communication. They are checking people's phones. They don't want people to know what is happening in other parts of the country. So the Crown Prince's team, the communications team, posted this video. And this video, people, is coming from, you can look at this on X, a blue checkmark account called Reza Pahlavi, which is spelled REZA, then PAHLAVI, communications at Pahlavi Calms. And then what the text is that was put out here says, Iranians gather in protests and sing, "Ey Iran," at the graves of 2 young people unalived by the Basij in Hamadan. The unalivings have caused renewed protests against the Islamic Republic. And then Mayor Tusi says, a Basij, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, I forgot how he pronounced it. A Basij is the paramilitary wing of the IRCG. And then Mayor says, now many, apart from these 2 innocent young men who were unalive recently by the Islamic Republic, many others have been arrested, have been tortured, have been ECUTED. And he says 6 people who were dual nationals and foreign nationals have been ECUED. And I'm saying, and God only knows what happened to them before they were unalive, what kind of torture and hideousness they went through. And then Mayor Tusi says, nothing from the United Nations, nothing from the International Criminal Court, nothing from the European Union, and nothing from the Western governments in general. And nobody seems to care about what's going on with people who are just Iranian national citizens and also foreign nationals. Nobody seems to care. So then he went on in the clip about something else that was about his channel and stuff, so I'm just ending that here. But I just really want to put this out, like I'm going to put out things from the UK, and also stuff happening in Ireland. And I can't even mention, Canada. I mean, there's so many amazing things. So let me end this here. I end this clip with the 3 closing prayers in Sanskrit and Telugu. And what I'm saying is, God bless all beings in all worlds. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Heart it, thumbs up it, all that good stuff. Why not join my YouTube channel? I appreciate you so much. Yes, Shanti Shanti Shanti. We're looking forward to peace, peace, peace. God bless you and yours. I'm sending much love and big hugs to you and yours. I'll see you when I see you. And bye-bye for now. God bless.